All right, so we're gonna dive into this Wealth Whisperers episode that you sent over, and they're breaking down these so-called 10 secret habits of the rich. And honestly, I'm always skeptical of anything that that's uses that kind of
Yeah.
word, secret. Like, what is it? Some hidden ritual,
Mhm.
or is it just like solid practices that
Mhm.
most successful people do?
Yeah.
And so whether you are, getting ready for some kind of big financial move or just kind of curious about the habits that drive wealth, let's see if this episode lives up to its name.
Yeah. I think the word secret is more of a hook than anything. But the episode does highlight some interesting practices that we see consistently in
Hmm.
successful individuals. And what stood out to me was their focus on mindset
Mm-hmm.
and consistent action as the real drivers of wealth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about stumbling onto a magic formula. It's about cultivating habits that lead to long-term success.
That makes sense. It's like that saying, success is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
So what is the first habit that they unpack?
Well, they start with continuous learning.
Hmm.
And they really emphasize that it's not just about formal education. It's about constantly seeking out knowledge, expanding your skill set, and staying ahead of the curve. The episode even argues that learning from mistakes and setbacks is just as crucial as celebrating wins.
I've always considered myself to be a pretty curious person, but I never really connected my love for learning with building wealth. I remember a few years back, I decided to take a pottery class just for fun. And it ended up totally changing how I approach problem solving at work.
Mm-hmm. That's a great example of how learning can have unexpected benefits. But the episode seems to suggest that the most impactful learning is intentionally aligned with your goals. Focusing your energy on acquiring knowledge and skills that directly contribute to your desired outcomes. It's not just learning for learning's sake. It's strategic learning.
So it's not about being a jack of all trades. It's more about like being a master in areas that will actually move the needle for you.
Exactly.
That's an interesting distinction.
Yeah, they go on to talk about the importance of developing a growth mindset, which is this belief that you can always learn, adapt, and improve. It's about embracing challenges as opportunities to grow, rather than seeing them as setbacks.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so continuous learning kind of sets the stage. What's the next habit on their list?
They move on to setting clear goals. And they argue that successful people don't just drift through life. They have a crystal clear vision of what they want to achieve. It's about being intentional with your time and energy, focusing your efforts on what truly matters.
So it's not enough to just have these vague aspirations of, I want to be successful. You need to define like what success actually means to you
Right.
and break it down into like
Yeah.
actionable steps.
Precisely. The episode emphasizes the importance of having both long-term aspirations and short-term goals that serve as stepping stones. They suggest breaking down your goals into manageable chunks, creating a roadmap for your journey to success.
That's a great point, because if you don't have a clear destination in mind, it's easy to get lost along the way. So we've got continuous learning and goal setting. What's next on their list of secret habits?
This one ties in nicely with the previous habit. It's prioritizing time management.
Hmm.
The episode stresses that time is our most valuable resource, and successful people are masters of utilizing it effectively.
Yeah.
They're incredibly intentional about how they spend their time, ensuring that their actions align with their goals.
I can definitely see how that's crucial. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but
Yeah.
it's how we use those hours that makes all the difference.
Exactly. The episode even goes so far as to say that wealthy individuals view time as an investment, not just something to be managed. They invest their time in activities that yield the highest returns, whether it's building relationships, pursuing opportunities, or even recharging to ensure they're operating at peak performance.
Oh, that's a really interesting way to frame it. It's not just about being busy. It's about being strategic with your time and energy.
Absolutely. They even touch on the importance of delegating tasks that don't require your unique skill set, freeing up your time for higher value activities.
All right, so we've covered continuous learning, setting clear goals, and time management. It's all starting to sound less like secrets and more like a blueprint for intentional living. What's the fourth habit they discuss?
This one focuses on the power of connections, building strong networks. The episode argues that successful people understand the importance of surrounding themselves with the right people. They actively cultivate relationships with like-minded individuals, mentors, Potential collaborators, people who can challenge them, support them, and open doors to new opportunities.
That makes sense. It's not just about what you know, it's who you know and how those connections can propel you forward.
Right, they emphasize the power of leveraging resources, both tangible and intangible. A strong network can provide access to information, advice, and even financial support that you might not otherwise have. It's about building a community that can help you navigate the complexities of life and achieve your goals.
So far, we've talked about continuous learning, goal setting, time management, and networking. All these habits seem pretty intuitive for building success. But this next one is a bit more counterintuitive. They call it living below their means. And I gotta admit, I was a little surprised by this one. I always thought wealthy people were all about extravagant lifestyles.
Yeah, that's a common misconception. The episode actually highlights that many wealthy individuals are incredibly frugal. It's not about deprivation or anything. It's about making conscious choices with their money and prioritizing financial freedom over lavish spending. They understand that true wealth isn't about showing off. It's about having the resources to live life on your own terms.
So it's more about having a strong financial foundation than it is about keeping up with the Joneses.
Exactly. The episode talks about how many wealthy people allocate a specific percentage of their income towards investments, necessities, and discretionary spending, ensuring that their wealth continues to grow. They're playing the long game, focusing on building lasting wealth rather than chasing fleeting moments of gratification.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about having a plan and sticking to it, even when you're faced with, temptations to overspend.
Right. And that leads perfectly into the next habit they discuss, investing smartly. They emphasize that wealthy individuals don't just park their money in a savings account. They actively put it to work. They diversify their investments across various asset classes, from stocks and real estate to businesses and alternative investments. They understand that building wealth requires taking calculated risks and leveraging their capital to generate more value.
So it's not just about saving money, it's about making your money work for you.
Precisely. They emphasize the importance of understanding different investment strategies, conducting thorough research, and seeking advice from financial experts when necessary. It's about being proactive and informed when it comes to managing your finances.
It sounds like they're advocating for a more hands-on approach to wealth building rather than just hoping for the best.
Absolutely. And this proactive mindset extends to the next habit they cover, which might be the most surprising of all, embracing failure. They argue that successful individuals don't shy away from mistakes. They view them as valuable learning opportunities.
Wait, so they're saying that even the most successful people make mistakes? That's actually kind of reassuring.
Yeah, it's a crucial part of the growth process.
Huh?
The episode stresses that wealthy individuals analyze their failures, extract valuable lessons, and use those insights to refine their strategies. They don't let setbacks derail them. They use them as fuel to propel themselves forward.
That's a really empowering way to look at failure. It's not about avoiding it, it's about learning from it and coming back stronger.
Exactly. It's about developing resilience and adaptability, two qualities that are essential for navigating the ups and downs of life and achieving long-term success.
So far, these habits have all been about taking action and developing a strong mindset. But this next one seems a bit more introspective. They call it practicing gratitude. I'm curious to hear how they tie this into wealth building.
Well, the episode highlights that gratitude can be a powerful tool for shifting your perspective and cultivating a more positive outlook. It's about appreciating what you have, rather than focusing on what you lack. They argue that this shift in mindset can lead to better decision-making, increased motivation, and a greater sense of fulfillment.
So it's not just about, feeling good. It's about creating a positive feedback loop that can actually impact your success.
Right. They even suggest that practicing gratitude can help you attract more abundance into your life. It's about aligning your energy with positivity and opportunity.
Okay, I can see how that could be beneficial. If you're constantly focused on what's missing, it's hard to see the possibilities right in front of you.
Exactly. And that brings us to the final two habits they cover, which focus on personal well-being and giving back. The first one is staying healthy.
Okay, that one seems pretty straightforward. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, right?
Precisely. The episode emphasizes that wealthy individuals understand the connection between physical and mental well-being and its impact on productivity and success. They prioritize exercise, nutrition, and stress management, recognizing that these factors are crucial for maintaining high energy levels, focus, and overall well-being.
So it's not just about vanity. It's about investing in your health as a foundation for success in all areas of your life.
Absolutely. And the final habit they discuss is giving back. They highlight that many successful people are incredibly philanthropic, donating their time and resources to causes they believe in.
That's interesting that they would include philanthropy as a habit of the wealthy. It seems like it would be more of a result of wealth, not a contributing factor to it.
I think the episode is suggesting that it's both. Many successful people see giving back as a way to make a positive impact on the world and create a ripple effect of good. It's not just about writing a check or anything. It's about actively engaging with causes that align with their values and using their resources to make a difference.
So it's about using their success to elevate others and contribute to a greater good.
Exactly. And they argue that this sense of purpose and contribution can actually enhance their own well-being and success. It's a win-win situation.
That makes sense. It's like they're creating this positive feedback loop where success in one area fuels success in other areas.
Right. These habits aren't isolated practices. They're interconnected and work synergistically to create a holistic approach to life and success.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from continuous learning and goal setting to financial management, personal well-being, and philanthropy. And it's clear that these habits, while observed in many wealthy individuals, are ultimately about cultivating a mindset and lifestyle that can lead to success in all areas of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not about guaranteeing riches. It's about building a foundation for a fulfilling and meaningful life.
Yeah, and it's encouraging to know that these habits aren't exclusive to the wealthy. They're accessible to anyone who's willing to put in the effort.
Exactly. It's about making conscious choices, developing positive habits, and staying committed to your goals, regardless of your current financial situation.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what is the one key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with today?
Well, if you could choose just one of these habits to focus on this week, which one would it be and why? Which habit could you start incorporating into your daily life today to move you closer to your goals and aspirations? Remember, small changes made consistently can lead to remarkable results.